Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching, if you share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Ben Self. How you doing today?
Hey, what's up, man? Man, great to hear from you. I'm doing great. Doing great.
It's good to have you. Now, you want to start off and tell us how the project started?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, when I started doing vocals back in 2000, started writing beats. That was when I got everything started. And I basically, Bent Self was just kind of an experimental, kind of open genre name that I picked for my music. But I didn't really do the solo stuff though. Right away, I got in a band together, and it was called Arvin's Garden, and it's kind of an alternative metal sound. And so from about 2000, while I was learning everything, get everything down, I was really focused with the band. About 2009, we had some members leave, and it was just a good chance to take a break. And for me, it's never really taken a break from music, but taking a break from that project itself. And we were trying to get some other members rocking. So so it was kind of refreshing. I had all these beats in my computer, and I just kind of put them together. And I wanted to do this experimental sound with dark electronic, along with the type of vocals that I was already kind of doing. And so that was Bent Self. So I released the first album like 2010, and then since then I've been rocking and releasing albums and pushing it pretty hard. So
yeah, speaking of your fourth record, Waves, just came out recently. You want to tell us about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Waves, that's my fourth full-length release. I was really excited to get it out this year. It is a little kind of tricky with everything going on, without having to really be able to tour as well and kind of push the album. But I decided to go ahead and get it out there and release it anyways, and just push it as much as I can and try to see where everything goes with everything going on. But I'm really excited, being that I kind of take everything as just an experimental type of side of it. Probably every album you hear will be a little bit different in a sense, but it'll all tie together. But I think this one's kind of going to be a little bit more of that, a little bit more ambient, kind of alternative kind of style, with a little bit of hip hop mix in it. So hoping everyone digs it. I really enjoy it. Myself, I like to release stuff that obviously that I enjoy first, and I hope everyone from there enjoys it as well and connects to it. And I'm just excited to get it out. I actually have a shirt ready for you to send out with some other stuff. This is actually the shirt I was going to show you. You can see it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty much the front of the album, and then it's got like the list of the songs and stuff in the back. So anyways, yeah, get one of those out to you, and I also have those available on the website. And then for the people that got the pre-order bundles, there's some of the stuff like that in there for the new album Waves. So
cool. And I see you picked Some Days as a single. What made you pick that song for a single?
That's a good question. It's kind of hard sometimes. You know how you want to kind of give everyone your for me, I kind of want to give everyone a song that kind of encapsulates everything I do, especially if they're a first-time listener, because my music is kind of experimental. So I think for me, that song kind of encapsulated a lot of everything that I do as far as with Bent Self to a point. And I also got just some good feedback on it previously before the album had released and stuff like that. So it kind of made it a little bit easier for me to go off the fence and go ahead and go with that one. But I'm really excited to get videos out for all of them. So besides whichever one's the single, I'm really excited just to get some visuals out for each one as well, because I really believe that, especially these days, kind of videos go with songs and songs go with videos now. With all the technology we have now, it's always nice to have some visuals if you can. So
definitely. So you said you want to do a video for each track?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be, I've got pretty much everything in order, with the song Let Me Cruise is kind of a little bit more ambient, with a really cool hip hop group that I know here in Arizona called the Adaptation. And so they're featured on Let Me Cruise, and that one's going to be kind of my first kind of animated type of video. And then from there, I'm going to be releasing Some Days. I'll be shooting here in the next few weeks. The one cool thing about Some Days as well is I'm going to have the fans send in a piece, an image with something that means something to them about music written down, and I'm going to have them incorporated into the Some Days music video. So I'm trying to, kind of coordinate everything and reach out to everyone and get the rest of the uploads from them. And then I'm gonna start shooting the music video, and that way I have that stuff ready so I can edit it and put it in the video and stuff like that. So.
Wow, I like that approach. Give each single, an opportunity to, shine. I like that. So you working on any more new music too at the time?
Man, yeah, I'm always kind of working on something, more or less trying to always make sure I'm focusing on not too many things at once. But now I got the album done. I do have some really good collaborations I'm working on with some different artists that range from rock to metal to hip hop. Some of it will be kind of like concept albums, where it'll be more of kind of an alternative music approach with other featured artists featured on it as well from different genres. And then some of it will be just singles with me kind of featured on their music and vice versa. So yeah, just staying busy with that as far as the music videos. And then I'm going to start kind of dipping in and out of the studio to kind of get some of these collabs going as well. But I'm really trying to just focus on the new album and kind of push that and possibly maybe do some like private events or some VIP type of parties, or just throw like my own event that's a little bit smaller, being that right now the events are kind of up and down and everything's kind of weird traveling and people going to shows. So I'm trying to just figure out something in the meantime, to stay busy and keep stuff coming in and try to get reach out to new fans and stuff like that. So.
Awesome. Has being so busy during this whole pandemic time really helped you get through it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that like everyone's dealing with it, so it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to really whine about it too much, talk about it too much, because everyone's kind of dealing with different aspects of it. Some people a little bit more than others, but for me, being on the road is big, so that's been kind of hard, not playing live shows and hitting the road and being in different states and meeting new people. But I pretty much just put that energy into everything else. So I'm going to get out there and do the music videos in the meantime. I'm gonna start shooting all those, and just stay busy, And then, like I said, I have pretty much the full life setup to do and set up my own shows to a point. I'm actually in the middle right now building a modular stage, and that'll be the last thing I need. And then that way, when I do travel, or if I go to places, like I said, I can maybe do events at different places, even if it's just limited number of people. Or so forth. That way you can keep some type of live stuff going and have something available so people can go interact and kind of still check out some live music, so.
What everyone's missing so much, the live music.
Totally, man. Always. Yeah.
Now, with your music being experimental, when you tell people you're experimental, is there a certain maybe genre of your music you would say leans to more than another? Or?
Man, that's probably been the toughest part, as far as being also the promoter and the marketer and the, kind of independent label type of thing. I usually just kind of leave it at alternative, in general, experimental alternative. I definitely would say industrial, so I would say maybe experimental industrial music. But sometimes you could listen to some of my tracks, you may not say they're that industrial, so it's kind of hard to say depending on the track that you listen to. Because Let Me Cruise is a little bit more ambient based, very little rock really stuff involved, and it's got more of the lyrical content from the other featured hip hop artists. And so it's much different than some of the other tracks. So I guess I try to lump it all together as much as I can. But I tell people, I just go, you gotta just kind of go listen to me and kind of listen to a couple different tracks, I think, and then kind of go from there, because you may pull something from it that you normally don't listen to or like, but I might kind of combine something else you enjoy in there, and you might dig it, so.
Yeah, I like it how all the tracks sound so different, Some bands, it's all the tracks kind of sound the same. It's nice how you get that variety.
Yeah, I think of it as kind of how life is. We go through all the different dynamics, and when you get tired of one music or one band, you always need someone else to put in there to refresh and have a different vibe. So yeah, that's where I feel it goes. And I just enjoy making it. I sit down and I write kind of to a point, it all falls within certain realm of genres, but I sit down and just write. I'm not really specifically, unless there's an idea that I'm working on with another artist that's specific. I try to just write a vibe that I'm trying to find with the music, and then typically then I'll put on the vocals on top of that and kind of match the vibe of the music I created. Is usually how most of them were written. So
I want to ask, what are some of your band influences so everyone knows?
oh man, I like a lot of different types of music as far as genres. I like a lot of metal, punk, hip hop, new wave, electronic. I'm definitely, I just turned 40 last week, so as far as my era, my style that really kind of stuck with me is a lot of the underground hip hop back in the 90s, a lot of the lyrical stuff, a lot of like the new metal and the alt metal, and a lot of the industrial electronic music. So probably a lot of the like 90s, 2000s, that type of style mixed in all together. Probably my biggest type of favorites and influences, man. As far as metal, like I still love Korn, I love Slipknot. You know what I mean? As far as like the older style bands, there's a lot of other new bands as well. But Snot and Static X, and then I like a lot of ambient stuff. So I think that's where with Bent Self, sometimes you'll find it kind of has maybe some of the heavier or kind of new metalish type of alternative aspects, but then it may have a beat that's kind of down tempo and kind of more ambient. So that's probably where you get that. Is I like a lot of the dark electronic stuff, like the Prodigy. Also like DJ Crush, which is a real ambient type of artist from Japan. So I like those dynamics probably the most and stuff. I don't know if, because when you're creating so much music of your own, I think sometimes you don't, I don't know, you're searching for new music, but you're not out there as much finding new music and searching for new music because you're in the lab doing your thing, so it's nice when I do jump online or someone sends me some new music of like a new project. I'm like, oh man, that's rad. Like I would have found them, because there's a lot of good music out there. You know what I mean? It's just finding it, you know what I mean? And that's what's cool with what you do, discovering bands. That's the whole idea of that, is that, you know what I mean, is I get excited when I find new artists. So I'm hoping that with what you do, people get the same type of excitement when you bring a new artist onto your feed and like, oh man, I never probably would have heard of these guys. Maybe I would have, but I don't know, but I'm a new fan. You know what I mean? So, so definitely means a lot, man. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I see you've been a fan of my channel, which is cool, and hopefully it's helped you find some new bands yourself.
Definitely, and a lot in the realm too of what I like to listen to, but you don't just do one style necessarily, but it's in the same type of genres where I think a lot of people kind of cross over. Mm-hmm. So it's good. Yeah, it's a good mix.
Yeah, I like the metal, the industrial electronic, but sometimes I throw in something a little different for everyone else. But yeah.
Music is, hey, if it's good, it's good. You know what I'm saying? You get some good artists on there, people are going to enjoy it. So exactly. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Now, if people want to find you online, look you up on social media, get your music, how do they do that?
Best way would just go to bentself.com. I have everything on there as far as additional links, all my new album links, new videos. You can subscribe as well to get my newsletters. As far as the music sites, pretty much, whatever your favorite music site is, I'm probably on there. I try to get my distribution out to as many places as possible, just because everyone does, some people have their favorites of where they want to listen to your music. So YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. But I will say, if you go to the website, as far as, purchasing, say, merchandise or getting like that, that's the place to go. That'll have everything as far as all my different merch for the album and just my typical regular merch that you can get. And all the good stuff, man. Yeah, pretty much all the links. So
awesome. I want to ask, I was wondering, what made you call the project Bent Self?
I know people ask me that, and I'm like, it's honestly, it's kind of, I think because it's dark, kind of darkish kind of tone, dark industrial, dark electronic, that I think the bent was just kind of that side of it. And I think also lyrically, I wanted to kind of give someone some stuff to kind of think about and kind of talk about things that maybe sometimes people don't talk about, and to kind of have a little bit more meaning in general towards each song, and like what's going on in the world and what's going on with everybody, and just all the different things that we go through. So and then it was just myself, so Bent Self. So it's kind of just, and I wanted to leave it open as far as I didn't want to have it really kind of box it into any type of idea that you get. So if you hear Bent Self, you might go, I need to just listen to him because I don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
You want to dig in, like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. So so that was it. It's pretty much just me expressing how I view the world, and what I go through in kind of a dark electronic rock type of vibe. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was good talking with you and having you, and everyone look him up.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you so much, and hope you have a great evening, and look forward to getting your Bent package. I got you a bunch of goodies, so hope you get that and enjoy that stuff. And like I said, I appreciate it again, helping independent artists and underground artists a lot. It means a lot. So
Thanks. Yeah, it was great having you because I've been following you for a while too. So
right on, man. Appreciate it.